eGregious games.
Honestly, Dende. Running off into the hallway. Crazy. Yeah, last week I had back problems. And I just could not sit up straight. So that would have been bad. So I decided to just take it easy, skip the week. But the week before that, we had woken up, forgotten everything. We hold on. I got my notes. Got my notes because there are things that I need to remember this time. Going in. Okay. Yes. So last time we went in, we died twice to mental breakdowns. We met an old lady. We met our fellow cop, and we just had fun. We tried punching kids. We lied about having lost our gun. It turns out we've lost both our badge and our gun. And right now we're just looking for information about this body. I'm not going to try to explain it. This game is crazy. I'm just going to jump back in. That's better. Why would you try to explain this game? If you're a cool person, you've been watching, right? You've been watching, right? So this is where we were. And my notes are, we need to recruit old lady. Maybe. We need to level up. And yeah, that was one more thing. Is that conversations that I had last time that... Hold on, 1 sec. So yeah, there were some conversations I had last time that got wiped out because I got a game over. And this game doesn't autosave too frequently. So in order to avoid like clicking through every conversation on screen that I've already had, I just did that offline. Conversations with our friend here. And with the young lady, because we did get a game over after talking about our divorce with the young lady. So that would have been boring to just redo that. But let's just get our bearings again.
Yes.
Kitsuragi, that was his name. It's been 2 weeks, so our partner is Kitsuragi. This is the young lady who we spoke to about divorce. And you can see that's the only conversation option that's not grayed out, is that I don't want to talk about romance with this kid, because that leads down bad roads. I also discovered, like, I would have a higher morale, but that's based on the volition skill. Which I have already leveled up. We can level up what I need to do. Okay. So if I push the volition skill up, I now have 2 pips. And I think we're going to need that. Apparently there's an item, there's like a smelling salts item in the game that you can just pop at any time and it will stop you from dying. But I think I'm going to start here. So this is the bookshop, I believe. This must be the young lady's mother. Let's talk to her first. Seems rude not to. I always want to look at everything.
Crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. My name is Plaisance.
Ignore my volume adjusting. The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Fucking, I'll bring whatever energy I want wherever I like. That's kind of my trademark. Jesus Christ. I love this game. We're starting off sane. Are you the owner of this store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Do we launch straight into the curse angle? Let's hold off.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me,
Oh,
was
science
she at her
fiction. What a
post
terrible
doing her
genre.
job like a proper girl?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell him a
Wonderful.
bitch.
Did you talk to her?
Huh.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Fuck. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Okay, I'm slightly disappointed with the game for not giving an option to be like, nah, fuck you, I'm not answering. Because the game is very good with choices. So I'll give it 10.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart.
She was very, very helpful.
If you have children, I hope they
polite.
turn out as great as Mayonette.
Ugh. I could launch into a tirade, but that's not going to be helpful right now. Let's change the subject.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
But I don't like you, lady. Oh. Now you've calmed down. You go crazy for 10 minutes before the stream and during the first 5 minutes, and then you chill because you've got everything you need. See, now that I've closed that Viv door, he'll go crazy. Anyway, keeps this place a little bit cooler because obviously his vivarium has to be heated. And if I leave the door open, then my whole place gets boiling hot. Anyway, what if I want to buy a book? The girl, let's talk about the curse. We've been polite. We had to go through her bullshit. The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her.
Oh shit.
This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Didn't say it wasn't.
What in God's name is she talking about?
What if I want to buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything?
What kind of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
What type of books do you have?
Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself.
What kind of books do you have?
Everything is on the
What kind of
shelves.
books do you have?
Everything is on
What
the
kind of books do you
everything
have?
is on the shelves.
Alright, I'll take
She
a look.
smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Yeah, I would be. Farewell for now, book lady. Ooh, I can use the WSD keys to move. Didn't know that. But I have to click everywhere. Should have tried that, shouldn't I? First thing.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the
Darky?
titles contain the word Heimdall somewhere.
Darky, tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, Man from Heimdall. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Why are they so popular?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
That sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Heimdallaman, the man from Heimdall. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I'm not going to spend 9 of my 10, what's it called? It's got a weird name. But I'm not going to spend that on the book. I can't. I can't go full nut job currently. What the fuck was it called? It had a very strange name, like Worth. Old sports magazines. There was another option to just kind of explore the books.
The display rack is rows and rows of Heimdallamen.
Heimdallaman.
Blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from
Good God, how
Heimdall,
many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Heimdall and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Heimdall and the false god.
Okay.
Man from Those snow crabs are worse than they sound.
Huh. Cool, Half-Light, cool. Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Heimdall in hell. Man from Heimdall.
A pasternal
and the forest
combat
of
game set in the
slaves.
world of Heimdallaman
Man
and so
from
much more.
Heimdall under the lake. Man from Hyamdal.
Do any of those books
burning.
call out to me?
There's even nothing of interest. Only
Okay.
silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Cool. Always the cosmic background pain radiation. What's over here then? Let's have a look upstairs. Maybe behind the curtain a bit.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Crime
Look through the
fiction
display.
is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. Furthermore, they have no idea how hard it is to simply remove a body from a tree.
Yeah, I need some of those
What's
smelling
more,
salts.
they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Sure thing.
You see Dick Mullen on the job. Get Me Mullen. The Stalwart Adventures of Richard P. Mullen. Dick Mullen and the Murder in the Orchard. The
Okay,
killing is
okay.
declared. Dick Mullen
Dick Mullen
in the
Murder House, the final case of Dick
The
Mullen.
final case of
Dick Mullen in the Clock Tower, the
An
ordeals of Dick
obvious
Mullen,
lie.
Dauntless Dick,
Dick
Dick
Mullen
Mullen's
in the
funeral
Clock
pyre, the
Tower.
murder of Dick Mullen.
The Ordeals of Dick Mullen.
Dick
Dauntless
Mullen
Dick.
dies?
Oh no. Turns out he faked it to solve the
course.
case.
Are there any more?
Yes. There's also The Dame Who Did It. Farewell, tragedy
Okay,
call.
okay,
After
okay.
all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is Dick Mullen?
Who is Dick Mullen?
Your attempt to grasp at the answer fails. It seems
I'm
very
Dick
close by.
Storky,
say
what's
to-
all this crime
Oh,
fiction?
crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Hate this lady more and more by the minute. Okay, what's in here? A quaint picture book brochure. A tome of fascist magic. Maybe this lady is a
The plaque
fascist.
on the shelf reads,
Everyone that I
"Biographies
don't
of
like
famous
is a
people."
fascist, correct?
You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
That's how it works on Twitter. Storekeep, anything of note in this shelf?
I would say. The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
What the fuck are you on about?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
Dendy, what's this bitch talking about?
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
I thought it was about which of these innocences is the coolest and greatest.
Perhaps for a layman, deep analysis is necessary to peel back the multi-layered meanings.
Do her words seem vague and abstract to you?
Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something
What is-
personal inside.
Inland Empire again. Let's remind ourselves of some of these more esoteric ones. Hunches and gut feelings. Because I know they added some shit to this game relating to political vision quests, and this sounds like one of them. I kind of don't want it though. Certainly not with the money I've got right now.
Browsing through all the books with all their names makes your head spin. Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, chronicles the romance between two next to Earth's
high-speed
story.
love,
Next to
morphine,
that, Rivisholian radio.
I really must insist
people.
you buy one of the books.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry, I did not mean to rush you.
Let's rush through the
This
the last
bookstore
of these.
is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Look through
Amidst
the
the
shelf.
various books, you find one. These
Wholeness, unity,
three
balance.
things are the point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the
Storekeep.
shelf.
I don't actually want her opinion right now. I can't take any more of that lady. I just want to find out what's behind the curtain, you know what I mean? What's behind the curtain? Is it that body?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
This
She
bitch a
speaks
murderer.
Almost as if she's trying to put a spell. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains,
What's this
you
cage thing?
see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks,
got dice.
and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
And who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains.
Pull open the curtains.
Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Step aside, ma'am. I'm a policeman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Ma'am, I'm a police officer. I need to get in
Why?
there.
It's not like anyone was killed there.
Oh,
I'm
she's
sorry.
a fucking
I don't mean to be
killer.
so impolite. Just
Told
please
you, I
don't
told
go
you.
there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. Lies. Rip them open, we say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
We gotta rip them apart. Fuck this lady.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Okay, now we gotta save. Right? Is there, I think, quick save is F5, so we can do that from now on. When we're about to do something dangerous.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Let's knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Police, open up!
That's right. Take in your surroundings. You need to have a solid ground and a proper posture if you want to succeed.
Alright. Check your
The
surroundings.
room is dimly lit and littered with old barbershop rubbish. It's
And the door?
made of a solid block of wood, but it has stood there for ages. The hinges are old and coated with a carmine layer of rust. It should be doable.
Break it down. We're always good at physical tests. Oh.
Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run
I thought you were
through
going to
the
kick
door?
it down.
Don't you know that things like that hurt?
Okay, this wasn't the best idea, was
Are
it?
you alright? These looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks
I
like
hate
you've
you,
done any
lady.
damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little
Okay,
charms and
let's
trinkets.
leave. We're not good at breaking things. What's that? Such machine. I mean, I think we accept that as part of our. You know, we're not going to save scum. Let's talk to the lady once more about the door.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
I need to know what secrets lie beyond the door. It's part of a spiritual quest.
You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go
Do you know
to
no
them.
psychic powers? What you talking about? This is the worst place to start a stream. The worst shop. Man, I feel bad for the little girl now. Having a mother like that. You know what I mean? Do we have a map of this town or anything? What is this? We are thinking through these thoughts. Is this the old man we spoke to before? I can't remember him wearing such a bright outfit. Broken window? Tibbs has windows. Yeah, maybe I could. Maybe I could. Hey, mister. Yep, I know the feeling. Peaceful. Have a look at this. A splatter of bullet holes. Kitsuragi.
Yes?
Katsuragi. No, it is Kitsuragi. Bullet holes. Kitsuragi. Bullet holes. What are these? North. Cape Side Apartments and the Martinez Pier. Is another viewer? Yeah, a cormorant. An indifferent cormorant. An alleyway. Hey! Got you now, kid. You're pinched.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Well, you're not asleep, but yeah.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Thank you, Logic.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, Pig. You think you're so clever.
I don't think I'm clever. I think you're dumb. Okay. Closed door, eh? What is this? An orange bum hat. Nice. Or a nosifed. Can we use that now? Maybe we better to like sleep at some point. Because we, you know, we got a fair amount of health. Okay. I clearly need to get better threads at some point. Wall. More bullet
The
holes.
spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. More old bullet holes. Half a century at least. From the revolution.
What's with all these bullet holes? I've seen a lot of them around.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
Is there something we should do about these?
No, we are not constructors and renovators. And these bullet holes do not warrant an investigation.
Okay. Can you tell me about the revolution, Kitsuragi?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Should we go?
You got blood on your face, Kitsuragi. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. A garden hose and a door. Was this one interactable? Seems it is. Kind of more interested in this one. Guess it's locked. How about this one?
There must be another way to the building.
Balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Smoker up there could be a witness. Talk to him.
It's been
Okay.
a week and now they show up?
Talk to him from here. I guess.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
I would imagine so.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
Interesting. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
Come on, drama. No trouble for me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare.
I think that might actually, you know, build a bit of trust if he sees us as a humble, normal person who just needs to bum a cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
And, you know, get two birds stoned at once if I can get a cigarette and build some trust with him. So, can I have a cigarette?
Apologies, but this is my last one.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
The god himself has denied you absolution.
I need absolution. He's so desperate. He's like, can you just toss that one down? I need absolution.
Absolution? I don't know that brand, but I'm pretty sure you can get Astras at the Frit.
Frit. I don't think I've been there yet. Can't you just like toss that one down? I gotta
I'm not
ask.
sure that's a good idea.
You're right. That was obviously a bad idea. Forget I said anything.
As you wish.
The gendarmerie. Was it Gen? We really need to talk to you. I don't know how I pronounce my police station, but we really need to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
It's kind of important. It's about a
Like
murder.
a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Oh, so this is our number of healing items, I believe. So that's why I couldn't find out my inventory. I was confused by these zeros before. That's what the charges are, I guess.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
We saw that name somewhere.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinez, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
Gendarme.
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
I don't believe we did.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
I see.
And when did you speak to this more
One of the union.
muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend? Friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
Indeed.
A Sunday friend. How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
All right. We'll talk later.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
No.
Good luck with the investigation.
I didn't want to speak to him particularly there. Because we're being watched. It's not a great place to have a confidential talk.
He's gone.
We should run after him, see where he went. I don't want to pick that, but
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
so we just give up.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about
Muscular
our case.
type.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Great. Let's do that. Hey, good autosave. Good autosave. It's here. Flicked it. Skrilla. And magnesium. That's the healing item that we needed. Not smelling salt, it's magnesium. Ooh. I never checked this out. I kind of want to now before we proceed further, but let's see.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this wall?
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez, weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Okay. Clearly need to boost my conceptualization higher still. What level am I now? Is it 3? Because, I believe I increased conceptualization further than my starting points. I'm gonna go back and check out that dumpster. And just see if there's anything we missed in this kind of southeast part of town. What was that? Stay pop-up. What's this? Door we can't get in, and a intercom. This. A light above descending.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage,
Or, Lieutenant?
or we could ask for a key from the manager of the whirling
I would
in
prefer
rag.
to go that
He
way.
probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
As much as I'm a pry bar first, questions later kind of guy, I do actually like to win the game.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
An exact count.
Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud.
Ooh, we're good. We're good. Go over them one by one.
1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number
We are
44.
good, dude.
3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toe. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46.
Wait, which is it?
You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41.
Male or female?
Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped.
I'm good.
You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens. Everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it, in a strange, beautiful way. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46.
46. Oh,
But the imprints are
number
twice as
46.
deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn.
How many?
8.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20.
Way off.
Mm-hmm. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary?
Googling the word hyperopia, so I want that. Farsightedness. Huh. So he has hyperopia, I guess. Or he never got the hang of farsightedness. Either way. I'm farsighted, and that's a good cue for putting my actual glasses on. Like we did last session, because this game has a lot of text. And this helps me read the little text. Or, you know, just text on a screen in general. So. Point. Light step, number
A woman
42.
or a kid?
I don't think there's any way to be sure.
Understood. Anything else?
A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint.
200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
Good insight, Kitsuragi.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 110. Greg here. It could have been an extremely obese person.
From here, the boot the victim wears.
It's bad. Very bad. Before you can heave, the wind changes direction again. The greenhouse plastic flapping in its gusts.
He appears to be wearing some kind of armored boots. I can't see any exotic prints here. Someone had to carry him. Are any of the other prints deep enough?
My god, what was that?
Wind keeps changing. Are any of the prints deep enough in your opinion?
No.
An obese person is becoming less likely.
Yeah, let's say one of them was carrying him.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
You're thinking, why did they have to carry him?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
Maybe the victim wasn't conscious.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see?
An aberration. One soul is smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Old Soul.
Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant?
Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
I'm not going to dismiss that. So one of the people we are looking for is a drummer?
No, it's not. Forget I said it. We are not looking for a drummer. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
Then nod thoughtfully.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no?
Yes, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
How old do you think these
A week,
tracks are?
maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do you think happened here?
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy.
Think we have a firm understanding of what happened here?
The lieutenant's eyes narrow. He's thinking to himself.
Either way. What else?
Been through all of it. Continue a little longer for my break. I didn't see any of this around here last time.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of the roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes. Rhythmic pattern calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff.
What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vartna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Let's leave. Seems we can't get through this area, it's not letting me. No matter how much I do click. So maybe we have to go around the other way. Should we try buzzing this and talking to whoever is here? Before we talk to the man.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
I'm not going to try all of these. Yet. these magazines. Oh no, they're much hunkier than you. Thank you, Brain. What are the colors here? Okay, so these relate to the icons we've had spinning around our head. Red is physique, makes sense. Yellow is motorics, or like dexterity, hand-eye coordination. Blue, intellect, and purple, psyche. So our psyche was being nice to us.
Welcome to Rivachol.
I love how his name, before we even spoke to him, is racist lorry driver. Hey, I know Revachol. That's where we are.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Fix the goddamn microphone. I'm having to lean properly back because of my back. Not my favorite thing, but gotta do it. Because I still got a little bit of pain.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
You tell them.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Oh, is it now?
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Fucking tell him, Kim.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I don't want to be super crude about it. I don't want to undermine Kim's demeanor in front of this guy. Let's just say, well, I think we all learned something here.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
Got a smoke?
No.
He's got a smoke right there in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it after listening to his garbage.
You're smoking one right now. I'm not gonna force it.
It's my last one.
You need to calm down, electrochemistry. You need to calm down. You hiding
Why
smokes
would
from
I
me?
do that? I'm an honest man.
Cool. I changed my mind anyway. Just chill the fuck out for a minute, electrochemistry. We don't need a cigarette right...
I bet.
Okay.
Sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Alright, let's stop undermining Kim with our weirdness. I'm gonna take a break, and I will be right back. We're gonna leave it here on this screen until I be right back.